All right, we are back. Not a glamorous start because I'm chatting. This is all about the chat, so no big intro. The camera does need to be on though. So let's see if we can get that going. All right, hang on. Yeah, technology is a beauty, Craig. If I didn't love computers, I would definitely hate them. If I didn't love technology, I'd definitely hate it. But golly, that I love to fix these things gave me a good career, as it did you. Yeah, so I found that out, that all my clients, even the server side, y'all could chat, but you couldn't see me. So I was like, let's wind this thing up. And I got my hour in. I got the complete description of what I wanted to say about Hillary being arrested. Not arrested. Again, Q keeps saying that. She wasn't arrested. She was detained. So there's a big distinction. Craig wants to live in the shed with no internet. Not me, man. I love this stuff. I love it. Especially if I can fix it. I really hate it when I can't fix it. All right, guys, cheers. This is the order of the cat bowl. If you've seen that reference, this refers to it. It's not a cat bowl. It is a replica of a Roman chalice. This is how the Romans used to drink wine. And this is a lovely red wine. It is a Rioja wine. Rioja, from the Rioja region of Spain, which is the finest wine country in all of the world. Cheers. Hillary was detained, probably questioned, not arrested. She is free to move about. I don't think she can leave the country. I don't think she can leave the country. She hasn't left the country. So I think she has that restriction. Sparkles is doing tequila. You go, girl. And then retire in the woods. Gotcha. So yeah, she was detained, and that put everybody on notice. And that way, when everything came down hard and heavy, when President Trump was making his trip to Saudi Arabia, then to Israel, and then to the Vatican, they knew he was serious. And that's why they have been fighting him so hard since day one that he entered the office. That's why the media doesn't mind lying, because they know their puppet masters know that they are in real big trouble. They are that desperate. Cheers, tequila. Cheers to your IPA. Man, I can't do IPAs. But as I've told you, Craig, I used to, or as I've told you many times, I used to be a beer person. I hated just about every other type of alcohol but beer. Then I got in college, got a little bit of sophistication in me, and then got into mixed cocktails. Never really liked wine except if I was having a meal, especially a steak. And after a while, I don't know, my early 40s, late 30s, early 40s, I just started drinking red wine, really appreciated it, and then fell in love with the Rioja wine. Oh my God. Can't drink anything else but Rioja wine. And it's not because I'm a prude. Well, yeah, I'm a prude. But it's also because it's just the flavor. It's just the Tempranillo grape is so magical. Aqua Girl, I'm sorry. I am sorry. But Beer 30 will happen for you later on. Can't we just hunt them down in the woods? Sparkle says, well, yeah, that'd be fun. Maybe. Should be. But, no. Unfortunately not. And most of them are geriatric, Sparkles. Most of these people, for the most part, are elderly people. So, I mean, it's just not fun to hunt elderly people in the woods. Come on, run. I'm running. God, Hillary, are that out of shape? Yeah, it just wouldn't be any fun. It's more fun to put them in a jail and go from their luxury to a jail cell. Not have anything to read, not have anything to do, just deal with your thoughts. Oh, it sucks. Yeah, exactly. It's no fun to hunt if you can't run. Oh, Campo Viejo? Yeah, man, I've got Campo Viejo in my bodega. Yeah, Campo Viejo is good stuff. It went off for a while because the family was having troubles, but then some new investors came in about 10 years ago and got the quality back up. So yeah, good Campo Viejo. You cannot go wrong with a Campo Viejo. You get an excellent wine for an excellent price. Fantastic. Well, you've that another. There's no such thing as coincidences, Craig. No such thing as coincidences. I think it would be fun to hunt them, but I think they're going to be abused enough, and probably if a little torture happens to them, that who's going to complain? Who's going to complain if a little torture happens to them in Gitmo? And yeah, one of the few interviews that the Gitmo folks do, they had a tour there last year, and the Gitmo commander said, no, 2 years ago, and he said, he's gotten a lot of money, and they're building new facilities, and one of the things that is a priority to them is that they have to build a facility that is adequate for the elderly, for moving rolling beds and having access for wheelchair access. That is his number one concern, because his population in Gitmo is getting older sooner than later, so that's a priority for him. They don't need that for Gitmo prisoners. There's a handful of them. You don't need a whole new facility for that. They're getting a whole new facility with medical teams attached to it, and you can see it in the satellite pictures. So, yeah, some old folks are going to Gitmo. Oh. All right, Scott, who is a researcher and someone of knowledge, is telling us that Hillary Rodham Clinton is allowed to travel. All right. So currently, she's under no restrictions of traveling. Understood. Hey, Scott, thank you for I'm doing my research. You've left me with a lot of work to do. You've gave me good pointers, and so really I have no questions for all the information you gave me. Imagine if we're able to visit Guantanamo Bay and take a tour of a zoo, and here on the left we have the cannibal pedos rounded up in 2020. On the right we have the Barack Obama don't make eye contact. Don't make eye contact. Q has new drops. I saw that. I wasn't able to get to the server. The server crashed. Realms. Thank you. Let me see if I can get to... Yeah, I went to QMAP because all of my research Q drops shifted over. And so I went to QPub, and I was like, oh, listen to that, man. QMap.pub. They're hammered. That's how many people are part of the queue now, is that we can make the server just crash. Oh my goodness. Holy cow. Not just one drop. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Well, let's pull you in. Yeah, I tried to go while I was on break. No, it's before I started the show, an hour ago, because all my drops had moved, and I couldn't get to the server. All right. Link to drop. So the last drop was letting us know that, in fact, we were correct, that the star in the DNC logo was the star of Baphomet, which is the goat's head, the representation of Baal, and these are the cannibals that worship these people. Let's see. Let me realms. I got into them. Listen, the couple that died in Toronto in the expensive glam house. Yes, visited by HRC a week before they died. Oh. Okay. Thanks, Scott. So Scott's telling us that wealthy couple that died in Toronto mysteriously, they were suicided. Hillary had visited them the week before. Very interesting. Had not known that. Hey, Harshal, how are you? Good to see you. I'm doing fantastic. Thank you for asking. I still wonder if HRC is a clone. No. I'm a bit iffy on that clone stuff. Yeah, the Sabbateans invented the modern Satanism, but they all connect by bloodlines back to Canaan and Sodom and Gomorrah, and so disgusting. Cain ate Abel? Cain ate Abel? Really? I did not know that. And you told me the curse of Cain. That's the one thing I haven't had the chance to study, Scott. So cannibal, Cain ate Abel, plus the Latin, canis, tooth, Baal, false god, or Canaanite and Baal, cannibal. Theory. It's a theory that Cain ate Abel. Okay. All right. Very interesting. Very interesting. So Q gave us the confirmation of Satanism taking over the DNC. Now let's go on to the latest Q drop, which is 4,628. Mind you, we are on Q drop 93. We have 4,500 and some odd to go to get caught up. All right, files do not go missing unless the seventh floor direct involvement. Files do not go missing, and so there are a bunch of files that have gone missing, and that Chris Ray, I think, has been unable to produce. So all of us mad at Chris Ray. I don't know. Q has also put the X on Chris Ray too. So, but files do not go missing unless seventh floor direct involvement. Follow the logs. and I can't follow those logs, so they're telling somebody else to follow the logs. So 7 Q drops. Link to new Q drop. How QAnon radicalized Americans. I'm a radicalized American? Holy camolies. Come on now. These days I'm about as vanilla as you can get, unfortunately. Radicalized. Craig, are you radicalized? Sparkles, how radicalized are you? Hey, BB. Hello, do you talk live or record? This is live, BB. This is a live stream. Very cool, Scott. Yeah, Scott's got some great research, guys. So he's dropping some truth bombs. So priests of Baal were and are cannibals. Understand, there are priests of Baal today. All of them. Some have Hivite blood 10 times worse. Very cool. Gog and Mog, I haven't seen too much of that, but I think Baal dominates. So yeah, all right, we are all radicalized. So every priest of Baal has to be a cannibal. It is a requirement to priesthood. Yeah, keep on chatting it up, Scott, and I'll keep on going over the Q drop here. So, corrupt, controlled enemies of the Republic. The media is and are enemies of the Republic by lying on us, patriots. All right, link to new Q drop. How is blackmail used? Democrat Illinois State Representative Keith Fenham has resigned and was charged with possession of child pornography and has been accused of bragging at an online site about sexually molesting a 6-year-old girl. Democrat spokesman for the Arkansas Democratic Party, Harold Moody Jr., was charged with distribution and possession of child pornography. So it goes down the list. Democrat activist and BLM organizer Charles Wade was arrested and charged with human trafficking and underage prostitution. So all of these people is going through the recent list of politicians, Democrat and Republican, but a vast majority of them are Democrats that are charged with some form of pedophilia or enticing minors or prostituting minors. And this is how they're able to control these people, is by able to blackmail them with the child pornography that they have, and that, we've sent you, and ... And this is just a huge list of Democrats. Democratic New Jersey State Assemblyman Neil Cohen was convicted of possession and distribution of child pornography. Republican Tim Nolan, chairman of Donald Trump's presidential campaign in Kentucky, has pled guilty to child sex trafficking on February 11th, 2018, and he was sentenced to serve 20 years. Republican State Senator Ralph Shortley was indicted on 4 counts of human trafficking and child pornography. In November 2017, he pled guilty to 1 count of child sex trafficking in exchange for dropping of the other charges. Why did they drop the other charges? Because he turned evidence on other pedophiles. Again, chairman of Donald Trump's presidential campaign in Kentucky pled guilty to child sex trafficking, and on February 11th, he was sentenced to serve 20 years in prison. So they have no problem putting pedophiles into Republican positions. They have no problem putting the pedophiles into the Trump campaign. They want to have control of every party. And that's what happens. This list is huge of politicians involved in child pornography. This is how they control you. This is how blackmail is done. How is blackmail used? Good Lord. Look at all the convictions. You have 4 huge drops of nothing but convictions. Why did it take a political outsider to finally confront China? Because everybody was bought and paid for. All right, back in the chat. Yeah, we survived 2020. There's definitely going to be t-shirts. Everybody's getting t-shirts. Craig, as a matter of fact, towards the end of the year, for New Year's, let's do some breadcrumb projects. We survived 2020 t-shirts. Dropping on these guys for free, unlike others. True that. Nadler. He's filthy. He's dirty. He is dirty, 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 dirty. I wear a t-shirt. 2020 is still not over. The site that the drops are coming from is qmap.cub. qmap, qmap.pub. Cool, Sparkles. We'll get something in the works. Yeah, that's the disgusting thing for me. It's everywhere. It is everywhere. The amount of pedophilia that has been allowed to proliferate in the United States is shocking and disgusting. Why? Because the pedophiles need them. Oh yeah, capital Q when you type it. Sure, baby. Ah, stupid. That's not it. Stupid. Ugh. Autocorrect. Can you believe that autocorrect doesn't recognize QMAP? Of course, it's an Apple device. That wasn't it, BB. This is it. This is it right here. That is not the correct. The first one is not the correct one. The one under IC thank you is the correct site. Matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and remove that. It's here because Operation Paperclip. So Operation Paperclip is when the Nazis were brought over from Europe. Very interesting. Makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. So, after war, yeah, I mean, right around World War II and beyond, you can kind of see that's when the secret services were created. They were created in conjunction with Great Britain. And where's the home of the Illuminati? Great Britain. Where we go one, we go all. Thank you, Universal Patriot. I appreciate it too. There are people that are working on this harder and longer. Scott would be one of them. All right. Wow. What a day. A load of drops. But I mean, come on, man. Look at all of these people that have been politicians accused and convicted. Most of these are convicted over the last 2 years. Jacob Schwartzman was arrested, Democratic activist and aide to Mayor de Blasio. Jacob Schwartzman was arrested on possession of 3,000 child pornographic images. Again, Democratic activist and aide to New York City Mayor de Blasio, Jacob Schwartzman, was arrested on possession of more than 3,000 child pornographic images. One of the points that Scott has made is that the Frankists, who were a sect of Judaism, basically ended up embracing the opposite of Judaism, ended up embracing Baal, ended up embracing evil, and there is a sect of Judaism that purports to be faithful practices of Judaism, but they're actually not. They are actually worshiping Baal, and they're worshiping the devil, and that's why we see so many Democratic activists with strong Jewish names wrapped up in this stuff. Inversion, the cult of inversion. The New World Order is not coming. It's been here since 1947. The Book of Daniel is exactly on time. Thanks, Christy. Ciao. We'll see you. BB, there is legislation in place, as we understand, and what is going to happen is we're going to go back to the metals standards. So we'll go back to America will probably go back to the silver standard of issuing silver certificates. The dollar bill used to be a silver certificate, which represented the amount of silver that you could purchase with that $1. So we'll probably go off the oil standard that we're on now and go back to the metals standard of as we were. Buy silver, Scott says. Yeah, so we're going on what was called the gold standard, but it was actually the silver standard. We're going back on the gold standard. That's why gold has shot up like crazy, and silver has shot up like crazy too, because those that know what's about to happen. They worshiping Saturn, the image of the devil. They have done horrible experiments, and they continue to do horrible experiments to humans. I mean, there's a video of Jeffrey Epstein, the sadist that he was, burning a poor girl, a poor underage girl. She was definitely under 18. Tied, spread eagle, and burning her with a mirror. And that's just experimentation. That's just torture and experimentation. Don't buy ETFs. Don't buy jewelry. Do not buy sterling silver. Buy constitutional silver only. Good recommendation from Scott, who has been very up on it. Buy constitutional silver only. Thank you, Realms. You are correct on that. I'm going to suspect everybody that's in the chat right now has already subscribed to the channel. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. And this is a chat, so you don't have to share it. There's nothing, well, unless you want to share all of Scott's truth bombs that he's dropping, as well as sparkles. Craig, if there's one place that you can buy silver pretty cheaply, it is in Great Britain. So, yeah, Great Britain is because of the sterling silver standard. I mean, you have a lot of access to silver in Great Britain. So yeah, buy silver. If you can buy constitutional silver, buy constitutional silver. If you want to throw your silver away, BB is so kind, so generous in his offer to help you. BB's just that kind of a person. If you want to dispose of some silver, I'm going to guess that at no charge, BB is going to be the person to help you out there. But Scott says, in all seriousness, at the end of the month, buy a little silver and can a little food. Or purchase some canned food and prepare. That's one of the reasons I lived in a small village in Spain. Is this village is very self-sufficient. So if something does happen, we have access to fresh water, and we're a fishing village, and we have small farm plots and have availability to large farm plots. So yeah, Victory Garden, or just learn farming. Go ahead, Scott. Your crops are doing great. Good on you, brother. You know, and like anything else, if nothing happens, you've learned to do some farming. You know, if nothing happens, you've learned to do some farming. Scott, I don't think, Scott, do you post regularly anywhere? Are you on the Twitter's machine? Scott keeps a pretty low profile. I appreciate him spending the time that he has done on the site and the information he shared with me. So I'm humbly grateful, Scott. All right. This is where Scott's place is, guys. Scott, consider yourself a member of the Breadcrumbs Project. I'm also going to give you a wrench. Only on YouTube. That's bad enough. Scott, I'm making you a moderator in the channel. Why? Because you can bounce out the trolls. But if we have a members only event, then you can enter that members only event as well. Scott's going to spend some time here. He has been well, I think Scott and I understand each other very well. So we've established a working relationship, and he understands my rank and I understand his, and we're just going to leave it at that. If anybody needs to reach out to Scott, please send me an email at thebreadcrumbsproject@gmail.com. Not preferably. I prefer you send it at info@thebreadcrumbsproject.com. info@thebreadcrumbsproject.com. But if you need to, thebreadcrumbsproject@gmail.com. I will be sure to get your email to Scott, and he will get in contact with you. He is very diligent. Yeah, let's talk about the Queen and being illegitimate. Yes, and to be frank, Scott and I are both digital warriors, and this is the warrior. This is the battlefield. YouTube is the battlefield that we choose to do battle on. I have Twitter, I have Facebook, but this is where I engage and do battle. So it is, guys. The digital portion of this war is so important that it is difficult to. I mean, General Flynn, for all that he's going through, has acknowledged his involvement in the Q and has been our 3-star general that we can look to. He's our flag general. So this is very serious. This is very, very serious. It should be back. Yeah, sometimes my camera blanks out. New technology. All right, so the Queen. Absolutely. So the Queen. The Queen has stated that she's not returning to Buckingham Palace. And it wasn't soon after Donald Trump left Great Britain that the palace started undergoing renovations, and one of the seals of the gate was knocked off by a moving truck, and I don't think it's been replaced yet. And the Queen has said that she is not returning to Buckingham Palace. She's going to spend the rest of her reign in Windsor Palace. Several stories have been released about that. And our Scotsman says that there's a lot of rumor in Scotland that she's actually in Balmoral. Yeah, the Queen looks too good for her age. There's a lot of speculation that she's a shapeshifter. And she really, for being her age, she does very, 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 very well. And she looks like a kindly old woman, but she doesn't talk like a kindly old woman. And she just looks too healthy for her age. Apparently the Queen is Winston Churchill. That could be true. And Buckingham Palace is chambermaid. Yeah, she still rides horses at that age. Cool, Scott. No worries. Yeah, the Queen is definitely still with us. And Craig, you're getting a blue wrench too. Oh. Apparently the Queen is Winston Churchill's daughter with a chambermaid. Go ahead. All right. Very interesting indeed. So, yeah. And there is the family line before the Windsors took over. I think it was during the Battle of the Roses that the Windsors finally won out. Then there's a lineage ready and waiting to be king. All you have to do is go to DuckDuckGo, Oh Be Joyful, and start doing some research, and you'll get plenty of information on this. Google does not produce it. DuckDuckGo does. You know, and a long time ago, these were conspiracies, and these conspiracies have started to come true one after the other. Yeah, I like the way Trump sat in Churchill's chair. That to me was the bomb. Get out. J.K. Rowling is satanic and a cabal member? You know, that kind of makes sense. I mean, where is her progenitor writing? Where is her writing before Harry Potter that shows such dynamic, creative writing? She was a single mom and suddenly exploded onto the scene with this powerful writing of sorcery that children loved. Makes sense. J.K. And she didn't write the books. I would bet you a dime to a donut she didn't write the books. Those were written for her, and she just did the man, you know, ghostwriter, helper, absolutely. Yes, Trump walked ahead of the Queen and also walked ahead of Prince Philip as well, very noticeably. Trump's a boss. Oh, 1850s, the royal family were bankrupt. The Rothschilds rolled them, gave them the money to have sexual relations with the family. The Rothschilds' emblem crest has been removed from the palace gates. Oh, gotcha. Well, I mean, Craig, you're close to the island, so your gossip is the best. Yeah, yeah. That Harry Potter did instruct a lot of kids on Luciferianism. Joseph Gregory Hallett has documentation and letters from the Queen proving this. Yeah, there's been a lot of talk on that. All right, folkses, it is almost 9 o'clock over here. The sun is definitely over the yard arm for me. So wrapping this up in 5 minutes. It's been a great conversation. All right. So yeah, Craig, on your observations, Scott confers. Yes, the London Square Mile has never been sold. It keeps being leased out. It is definitely coming together, Realms. Yeah, it's been a great chat, guys. Thank you so much. I've been very trepid to open up the chat again, but it's been great. Cool, Scott. I think all of us it's time to do our goodbyes. Until next time, if anybody needs to reach out to Scott, if you have any questions, he is a researcher. He will provide the answers adequately. The information that he will provide back to you will mean that you have work to do. He's not going to do your work for you. He's going to give you all the leads, but you must do your own research. We were both trained many, many moons ago to do things yourself, to be resourceful, and to not do the things the easy way. Usually if you do things the hard way, the difficult way, you're probably doing it the right way. But if you need to get in touch with Scott, drop me an email. I'll make sure it gets to him. Ciao, ciao. Ciao, ciao. Ciao, ciao. Thank you, Aquagirl. Sparkles, we'll chat. BB, thank you. Oh, yeah, Beauty and the Beast was all about Satanism. It was all written over there. All of it. All right, guys. Think good thoughts. Say good words. Do good deeds. And we will see you very soon. Tomorrow morning, as a matter of fact. Yay, Oh Be Joyful. I am glad that we've given you some research to do, and we were glad to rock your world. All right. Good night from Spain, everybody. Think good thoughts, do good deeds, say good words, lift your vibration. As Scott, I know will agree with me, your spirituality and your connection with the Creator right now is going to be your most fundamental, most important gift that you can give yourself. Pray and be joyful. Lift that vibration and prepare yourself for what comes. Can some food, bottle some water, get some silver, and just be prepared. It will never hurt to be prepared. All right, folks, please do have a great day in the United States. In Great Britain, have a great evening. And again, drop me an email if you have any questions, any issues, and we'll be in touch.